Hello and welcome. My name is Charlotte and you've reached me at my channel here, Clue High Heel Stitcher. This is a channel about cross stitch. I hope you are all well and keeping safe. Thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate you taking some time out of your day to spend some time with me. So let's start with a life update, shall we? So it's been a while since I've done a proper Flosstube. I did a video about a month ago, and that was my whip parade. So this is following on from that, but it's also my finishes since my last proper update in November. I did record one in December, but for some reason it just wouldn't upload. So I have a lot to show you. Well, a lot of it was given away for Christmas presents, so I haven't actually got it physically here. So I'll have to insert pictures, but there is quite a bit. So, life update. Where shall I begin? We will start with it's not bad news, but it's a little bit of Darrow and I have decided that we are going to postpone the wedding, mostly because it was supposed to be the beginning of May, and obviously with everything still in lockdown and the restrictions, at the time we could only have 6 people there, which is not what we wanted. We didn't want a huge thing, but we wanted more than 6 people. The restrictions have eased a little bit now, but you could still only have about 6 people. Or I think it was the 15. So we decided to postpone it a year. So we're getting married the same date, but in 2022. So a little bit of but at the end of the day, it would have been, we couldn't have had the people that we wanted there, so we decided that it was best just to postpone it, and then we could have the wedding that we wanted, which is probably a good thing because I did nothing to plan for it, mostly because we weren't sure if it was gonna go ahead. Anyway, so we concentrated on other things. Darrow has done my craft room, he painted the walls, we built he mostly built the bookshelf. I was there just holding things together, and while we were building that, actually one of the dogs, because we had the dogs that weekend, came and sat on his lap and was just being very helpful. She really wasn't helpful. If I still have the picture, I will insert it. So yes, we built the bookshelf. I have been asked to do a show the shoes. So at the end of this video, I will be doing, maybe not all of them, maybe a shelf or 2. There's only 4 shelves. But I will be showing off a couple of my shoes. So stay tuned for that. What else happened? We got a new sofa. Got that back in January. Lovely and big. Nice big corner sofa. I can stretch out on it both ways, and because I'm a short ass, my feet don't touch the end. So, yes. Love my sofa. A little bit big for the room, but I don't care. Love it. What else happened? Car playing up again. Flat tire. Christmas Eve. Got that fixed same day, thankfully. I think, touch wood, he's been okay since then. I'm going to jinx myself. I know I am. Was there something in January? There might have been something else in January that he was playing up. Yes, he was. He played up the front coil spring on the car snapped. And he was making a horrible noise. Absolutely horrible noise. That was January. End of January, beginning of February. I think that was what happened there. So got him in. 150 quid later. It's all sorted. Said it's quite common. Can happen when it gets cold, it just snaps, so. That was January. Thankfully February he didn't break. We're a week into March and he's been okay, so hopefully he's not going to break anymore because I'm fed up with paying out for that bloody car. I threatened to trade him in, and since then he seems to be behaving himself. So where we are in the UK, we are still in lockdown, although the kids went back to school yesterday. We have a roadmap of slowly easing restrictions. Whether or not they actually happen is another story, so we'll just wait and see. It would be nice to see my stitchy friends again, to see my family again, but can't rush these things, unfortunately. The weather is turning nicer, so I'm going out for a few walks now because I've decided that I need to change. Just need to change my lifestyle a little bit because I am quite lazy. I say quite, I am very lazy. I would quite happily just sit on my arse all day and stitch or stay in bed and that, and I'm not very active, especially I have an office job and I'm an accountant, so I sit behind a desk all day. I am not active and I need to become more active. I need to change what I'm eating and all that, and I'm 30 this year. I'm 30 at the end of September and I want to be a healthy weight. So to get down to the top end of the BMI healthy scale, I need to lose 50 pounds. So I worked out that if I can lose 2 pounds a week between now and my birthday, I will be able to hit that target. So I'm hoping that I can give you an update each time I do one of these floss tubes and go, I've been really good, I've been on plan, I've been out for long walks, I've been doing this, I've been doing jogging, I've been doing that, and I've lost X amount. That is my plan. I know that I've joined Slimming World loads of times and said, oh yeah, no, this is it. This is it. This is my journey, and I will be losing weight before I hit 30. That is my plan. Alright, I've waffled on for almost 10 minutes, so let's get into the stitching. So, first we will do FFOs. Anybody new? FFO is a fully finished object. I don't have any of them here with me because they've all been gifted. All been gifted. So there'll be pictures and videos that I insert. So the first one that I finished, it's a finish and a fully finished, was Cat Trio. It's a KLT charting chart. I stitched it on hand-dyed fabric by KLT Charting. I know it's a hand-dyed KLT Charting one, and it was pink, as you can probably see from the pictures. So 3 cats. I'm gonna have to get a picture of this so I get them in the right order, or you could just go over and watch Nat's video, because that's who I gave it to. I framed it. Cat trio, obviously 3 cats all sitting there. The first one was, I want to get this right, yeah, oh, glare. So the first one was stitched with DMC Etoile in a bright green, so it is sparkly. The middle one was black and white. I made it look like Nat's cat that sadly passed away, Zelda, with his white chest and his white paw. And then the third one was stitched with a blue DMC Etoile thread. So they do sparkle. I do have a video that I have either inserted before or I will now insert, because I managed to get a bit of the sparkle. So I framed that in a charity shop frame that I found, and it was all stitched from my stash. So that was given to Nat for Christmas. My second FFO was given to her husband, Simon, for his Christmas present, and it was this. I will insert a picture because I can't really do it on here, but it is this dice sword. Oh, you can see. Glare. This was stitched on 14 count black Ada with 4 strands. So it was thick, but it needs to be on 14 count. That was framed in a frame that I got from the range, which is quite nice and deep. So when I next go to the range, I will be picking up a couple more of those. That was all stitched from stash. I think only one of the colours I used was the called for. The other ones I just pulled from my stash. So then my third finish and FFO was also a new start, which you haven't seen before. And it is this Outlander inspired bookmark. Again, I only have the packaging because it was a Christmas gift for my work colleague who loves Outlander. She got me into Outlander, the books, the TV series, so I will insert a picture, and I think I've got a video of it. So there's this. I didn't really enjoy stitching this. The fabric was very soft, and the threads, I couldn't really tell them apart. The stag, you will see in mine is a little bit more grey because I just didn't have the beige that they said that I should have in there. All the threads came up in a knot, and I would not recommend one of these charts. It was horrible. I mean, I've got loads of threads left over, mostly because I was supposed to stitch with 3 strands, not 2. But I like to do the loop method, and you can't do a loop with 3, as far as I'm aware. You probably can, but I don't know how to. So I just stitched with 2. So there is a lot of thread left over, but I wouldn't recommend stitching one of them. She really appreciated it. She loves it, but I don't know, it's horrible. So that was the start and finish. Kit fabric. It came with the backing felt, and it came with the tassel, so I just FFO'd that. It was slightly late. I didn't get it done in time for Christmas. So she got it just after. Then how many is that? 1, 2, 3. That was my third. Those were my only FFOs. So we will move on to finishes. I had a lot. So I had those 3 finishes. Then I'm sure I haven't shown you this one before, but if I have, then I do apologise. But I finished my oldest project, which was my fantasy round robin. So I had this one. The Pegasus was complete, but the back stitching wasn't. This one was fully completed, the dragon. The Phoenix was fully finished. But most of the stitching went on to the unicorn. I had to frog. I am not a frogger. I am a fudger. I will fudge rather than frog. But I could not fudge this. I'd made too many mistakes. So when you last saw it, I had the back legs done and part of the tail. Turns out the tail actually didn't even connect to the unicorn butt. It was one too high and it was one too short this way, and I just couldn't work out how to do it without messing up the rest of the tail. So I thought screw it, and I pulled out the whole tail and I restitched it, and then I stitched the rest of him, and the back stitched background. The hooves are shiny. It's used with the DMC light effects, and this is a cry neck. So, and back stitching is just done in a DMC blue. That's the. So this was a round robin back in when I first started stitching back in 2016. It's not really what I would stitch on now, so I don't know how I am going to finish it. But I'm glad that it's now done. It was my oldest project. So that is stitched on a 14 count peach marbled Ada that I got from so-and-so when so-and-so existed. Oh, that was a weird thing. I got a notification about 2 weeks ago, because I use Quidco to get a bit of cash back. I made a purchase back in 2018 from so-and-so just before they went bust. And I thought, I'm never getting that cash back. It's only like £1, so it's not like, oh my god, I'm gonna die because I've not got this pound. Thought, I'm just leaving it. I can't do anything about it. They've gone bust. I got a notification 2 weeks ago. Your cashback from so-and-so has been tracked and confirmed. I was just like, wait, the one that wasn't going to go through because they went bust from like 2-3 years ago. Clicked on it. Yeah, it was that one from 2-3 years ago. That was very odd. Thought I was never going to get that. How peculiar. So, I just waffle and go down rabbit holes. Yes, oldest project is now finished. Don't know how I'm going to fully finish it. It's just going to go in the roll of shame. Oh, it's not really it is a roll, but it's a project bag of shame. I got told off for calling it that. Daryl told me off for calling it my project bag of shame. And he said, why do you call it your project bag of shame? And I said, because it's all my finished projects that I haven't got round to fully finishing. And he went, why is that shame? Why are you ashamed of it? And I went, because I haven't done anything with it. And he said, that's nothing to be ashamed of. Are they finished projects? I said, yes. And he went, so you should be proud of them, not ashamed because they're not finished. And I went, yeah, but they're not up, they're not on display. He said it didn't matter and that we're not allowed to call them like project bags of shame or rolls of shame or anything like that, because we are proud that we have finished our stitching. We have finished something, so we should be proud of that. So I'm not allowed to call it my project bag of shame anymore, and nobody else is allowed to call them of shame either. So we got told off. Daryl told us off. Just thought I'd tell you that. Anyway, next finished project was To Err is Human, and this is a KOT charting chart. This was one of the ones that part of the challenge that Darryl set me, that I had to finish 5 projects before the new year. And that is there. It says To Err is Human, To R is Pirate. R. This is stitched in DMC Etoile. Everything is, so, red Etoile. I think it's 666. This is Blanc, and this is 725, I want to say. You can see a bit of the sparkle. There we go. So, yes, that is finished. It didn't take too long. I think I only had about 1,500 stitches left. So, this is stitched on a KOT charting hand-dyed fabric in the colourway Darkness Comes. So, I've still got quite a bit of fabric left over because I was planning to do something else on it. Again, don't know what. I think I'm going to put this on a canvas. So I quite like the idea of having that on a canvas. It's 18 count Ada. Next finished, and I think my last and latest finish. This one wasn't finished in 2020. This is my first finish of 2021. And it is the KOT Charting Rainy Days Sow, stitched on 18 count white Ada with KOT Charting hand dyed threads. Now I can't see, but you can see. There we go. Oh, done. So, I loved stitching with her threads. They are really nice to stitch with. They don't tangle. And that, I think my two favourite, because I couldn't decide on my favourite, are these two, which are the last two. This is Mandarin Magic, and this is January's Boy. Just look at the variation on that. Love it! Again, I don't know how I'm going to finish that, but I want this stitched and hanging next to my back door. So, but I don't know when that's going to happen, because I only FFO things when I have to give them to people. I did actually FFO one other thing that wasn't my project. My sister finished a project that was like a Secret Santa, and she asked me to frame it for her, so I did that as well. So I do have that, but because it's not my project, I'm not gonna show you. So, I do apologise, I need a drink. In my Mickey Mouse sea bottle, although it's coming apart. So, that is all my finishes. We will move on to what I have stitched on. Apart from obviously all those projects that I finished, I've worked on a few others. I'm not going to show you what I stitched on in January because you can see those in my whip parade. So this is just the ones I stitched in February and a little bit into March. My first project, and the project that I'm mostly working on in 2021, is of course Dominic, which is Mary Beth the Christmas Donkey by the Cross Stitch Studio. This is what he will look like when he is done. I will insert a picture of what he looked like before. I think, if I remember correctly, that I had fully finished page 1 and I was part way through page 2. I haven't yet quite got the page 2 finish. So he is still on the stand, not stand, frame. This is where I have Dominic now. Yes! I have fully finished page 2 and I am 2/3 of the way through page 3. This is his ear. I am finally onto donkey. His ear. Yeah! This is stitched on 28 count, 1/1 full cross on 28 count, yeah. So I have swapped how I am stitching him. So page 1 I was doing cross country by colour. Page 2 I was doing a weird cross country parking thing. I'm not entirely sure what it was called. But on page 3 I decided that I was going to do parking by a 10x20 square and feather the edges. Since I moved on to that, one, I think I've become quicker, and 2, I'm enjoying stitching on him more because I can see where I'm going, where I've been. It's a lot easier, I found, to do it like that. So I just need to do 2 more columns and that is page 3 done, and I am on track to get 14 pages done this month. Not month, oh my god, can you imagine 14 pages in a month? No, 14 pages done this year. So yes, so the plan for March is to finish page 3 and get most of page 4 done. and hopefully get more of the ear, because after the ear I'm back onto background. So it's the top, it's around here. So once I go onto page 4, it's more background, and I won't get to ear until page 7. So yes, that is Dominic. Loving stitching him. I did 3,000 stitches on him in January, 5,000 in February, and I need to up my game. I need to start stitching more if I want to get the 14 pages done this year. Although yes, I'm on track, I'm behind where I really need to be, so I need to up my game a little on him. So that was Dominic. My next project that I worked on was one of my Whip Go projects, and that was the Christmas card. So this got called in February, and February's Whip Go challenge was to get this finished. I didn't get it finished, and it is this. So it is a kit from so-and-so, and it's just Christmas cards. I am working on the owl. Working with the kit fabric. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. I will put a picture up of what it looked like before, and this is what I have done now. So the present is fully stitched, and I did some more of the owl. I did realise that a little bit of grey around here, I think it was this bit, was wrong. I'd completely missed out a column of stitches, and again I couldn't fudge it, but it was only about 6 stitches, so I thought I'd just pulled it out and that. But this is a 4.5 by 4.5 square, so it doesn't really fit in my Q-snap, my 6x6 Q-snap. I had to put it as an angle, and it wasn't very comfortable to stitch with. So I've brought some more fabric, and I'm not restarting this one, I'll finish this one, but the other ones that I will stitch on the other fabric rather than these. Also, because this is 14 count, and I really don't like working on 14 count either. Speaking of Whip Go, the numbers for March got called, and I need loads of things open on this thing. What numbers got called? 10 and 24 got called, and 24 is another Christmas card finish. So I got to start and finish another one of these Christmas cards. So we'll get on with that. There has been no odd numbers called except for number 13, which is a free space. You can choose whether or not you wanted a project in that free space. I kept it free. So all my odd numbers on my Whip Go board are for Dominic. So I know, guaranteed, that there is going to be, I think I worked out it was at least 3 months. Yeah, 3 months that he's going to be called twice. And each time he is called is a page finish. So Dominic's going to have a lot of work coming up. So my final whip that I worked on is called To Rule Them All, and it is this one by Circus Stitches. This was stitched on, oh yeah, I worked on this because it called in Whitgo in February. This is stitched on 25 count slate Lugana that I got from so years ago. I'll make sure that it's the right way up. It's not the right way. So I will put up a picture of what it looked like. Let's see if I can find a picture of what it looked like. I can't find a picture of what it looked like. I can't find it. This is going to be thrown away. Because I've majorly messed up. No, I said fuck up. Said it anyway. I majorly messed up with this. Like, majorly. Like, hugely messed up. There's thread everywhere. So, this ring, the art is too tall, too long, which means that whole ring is one too high than what it should be. And because it's one too high, this is too low. Yeah, it's stitched, it's one block too high, and I've added in an extra row, so it's 2 blocks high, bigger than it should be, which means there should be a 3 square gap between that eye and that next stitch, and there's only a 1 stitch gap. So that's wrong. Because it's, I've got another row in it, I've also got another column in that R, which means all of this is off too far, and it means all of this is 1 stitch too low. Everything about this project is just wrong, and it's 25 count, it's 1/1 full cross with DMC etoile. There is no way I am frogging that. No. No. So, I'm throwing it away. It's going in the bin. I am not stitching it. So that will be restarted. Because I love the project, it's really easy, it works in Pattern Keeper, which is also a bonus, so that's going to be a restart. And that is all that I've worked on in the last 3 months. So, no, it's mostly in the last month, because most of it you saw in the whip crate. Regarding the challenge Daryl gave me to finish 5 before Christmas, I think it was before the new year, I finished 6, so he promised me that he would stop moaning about my projects, which he has done. So he's kept his part of the bargain. I do have one new start, but I can't show you because it is the next KLT charting sale. Part 1 is being released next week on the 15th of March. Instead of it being a fortnightly release, so every 2 weeks, it is released once a month on the 15th. So part 1 is being released next week on the 15th of March. And I'm loving stitching it. It's quite a chunk of stitching. But I like it. I can't give away too much. But I really am enjoying stitching on the beach huts. So if you want that, go over to her website and get it. I am stitching it on a hand-dyed fabric. So in a couple of weeks I will be able to show you part 1, which I am quite excited to show you. So that moves me into plans. Obviously I will be working on Dominic to try and get as much as I can with him done. I will be working on the beach hut sale to make sure I get those done in time for the release. I also want to try and get Nikki's stocking done, the snow globe stocking. I did work on that a little bit for the Southampton virtual retreat that we had a couple of weeks ago, but I was mostly working that weekend, so I didn't get a lot of stitching. I only managed about 50 stitches on it, so it's not worth showing because it's just blue. So I'm hoping to get some of that, some stitchy time on that, but we'll just wait and see. We shall wait and see. What else? I think that's most. I haven't got a lot of plans. Each month when the Whip Go gets called, there is an event to get some of that stitched, which is why I worked on the Christmas card and to rule them all. So what else got called? So numbers 10 and 24 got called. 24 was is a Christmas card, which is a finish, and number 10 for me is Middle Earth map. I gotta get a page finish on Middle Earth map. I've only got 150 stitches done on that whole project, so yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get a page finish on that one. Although seeing Claire, Seaside Stitcher, her progress on it does make me want to get mine out, but then at the same time Dominic's calling me going, don't forget you have to do 14 pages on me. That's what Dominic sounds like. I've declared that's what Dominic sounds like. Dominic's an arse. That wasn't meant to be a joke. Anyway. Moving on. I did have a question on my last Flosstube, not on the Whip Parade one, the one before that back in November. I did respond to on the video, but I will also respond here. I got asked why I promised Daryl why I wouldn't stitch in bed. There's 2 reasons for this. The first reason is mostly because where we lived in the old property, it was the house share. We stayed in the room, our bedroom. So the only place that I could stitch was on the bed. And Dara didn't like this very much because I would occasionally lose a needle, and he didn't like that. I have got very good with not losing my needle, but my scissors still get misplaced quite a lot. And Daryl had, on more than one occasion, found my scissors with his back or his butt. So he wasn't impressed with me stitching in bed. So when we moved to the house, he said, can you please not stitch in bed? And I said, yes, that's fine. I promise I will not stitch in bed. And then I go and do that. So, the second reason is he wants the bedroom to stay the bedroom. I have a corner in the living room with my whole stitchy thing. It's got my trolley, it's got my Lowry stand, it's basically my stitching corner. That is my corner. And I also have this craft room. So his reasoning is, you've got the craft room, you've got that stitchy spot, can you please not bring it in the bedroom? So I said, yes, that's fine. He has, on 2 different occasions, asked me if I wanted to stitch in bed. So it's not set in stone that I'm physically not allowed to stitch in bed. It's just better if I don't, mostly because I do lose my scissors. Although it's been better now that we're in the house. I don't lose them as much. It's mostly down the side of the sofa. I need to get one of them big, chunky scissor fobs on it. The scissors have a scissor fob on it at the moment, but that still disappears down. So I need one of those chunky ones that you can get so they don't disappear. Okay. We shall move on to haul. I don't have a huge amount of haul. Oh, I can actually get in my drawer now so I can show you. I made some thread keeps. Can you see that? Not very well. There we go. It's a lion. And that's a tiger. I have given a couple of these away, mostly to Nat. I also tried some different rings. I don't think I like these as much. I have these rings as well. That's a nice, colourful mandala. On there. Then we've got a tree with the moon. I'm gonna see if I can turn that. There we go. A moon, and then I've got a butterfly. And obviously green had to go on the green. So that is, they're just a couple of what I have. I have a lot more of these charms and a lot more of these rings. So I will be making some more. Yeah, because I brought a lot. I brought a bundle. So there's a butterfly. Another butterfly. Purple swirl. That's a butterfly. I got some more tigers and a couple more lions. So, another one of them. I've got quite a few of them to make. Then, what else have we got? So, I got my monthly DMC threads from Kim. I think these are November's. Those 2 were missing from the previous one, so she sent those along with that. Oh, this was a nice surprise. This was a gift from Kim to all hunters. Obviously we play Myth and Magic Stitch Wars. So I am a hunter. I have been a hunter from the beginning. I'm gonna open. Pop. So there we go. This is a needle minder, and it says, can you read that? Once a hunter, always a hunter. I've been waiting to show you before I put it on my project, and it's green and it's sparkly and I love it so much. So That's going on Dominic right now. That's going on Dominic. Right now. I now have 5 needle minders on Dominic. I do have multiple needles normally going on him, so I do need those. And there. This is more of a gadgety help in cross stitch. It goes around your neck and you turn it on and you shine it on your project. Stitch and Poppy, I think, brought one of these. Claire. So I was like, ooh, that's a good idea. So I brought one of them. I think it was like £12 on Amazon, and it's rechargeable via USB, so really good. LED bulbs, super bright. Let's see if, there we go. Turn that back on. What else have we got? Oh, there we go. December's limited edition not DMC, KLT charting hand-dyed thread. This was additional, so I subscribe and I get 2 a month. But I love this so much that I brought 4 extra. I mean, just look at that variegation. Just love it. So, don't know what I'm stitching with it, but I love that colour, so I couldn't resist getting that. Kim also had some fabric in stock. I wanted to grow my even weave collection, so I brought some Blood Moon 32 count even weave. Sparkly. So this is the same fabric colour that I'm stitching Pandemic on. That's obviously half of it. It's folded. Just look at that. You can see the sparkle. I love it so much. Again, no plans, but with this size and that, it's big enough to do like a Mirabilia or something like that on. So all these pieces are 18 by 26, so quite big pieces. So that was Blood Moon. Then this one is Dragon's Egg. Again, 32 count sparkly. I mean, just look at those colours. I wasn't going to buy them. I wasn't going to. Because I thought, well, I'm stitching mostly on Dominic this year, so there's no reason for me to buy the fabric. And it was there, and they went on before Christmas. And I thought, I don't need them, but if they're still there in a couple of weeks when I get paid, I might get a couple. A couple of weeks have passed, and the 3 that I wanted was still there. There is a 4th one that I still want, and it's still there, and I was like, oh, I want that. And then this one is January's Boy. I think this one is my favourite because it's greens and blues, and oh, it's just so pretty. Again, sparkly. Sparkly. Love it. So they're going to go in my drawers. I need bigger drawers. I've got a plastic drawer unit just there. Can't show you because it's full of shit. And the top drawer is full of 14 and 16 count. I've only got one piece of 14 count hand-dyed fabric, and then 16 count, and then just little odd 6x6 pieces from when I was in Kim's mini club. Then the next 3 drawers are all 18 count Ada. And then the last bottom drawer is my even weaves, and that's getting pretty full now. So I need a bigger set of drawers. Next we have my November fabric of the month. And so with the Stash Club you get 10 DMC threads, you get a 10% discount code, a PDF chart, and a mystery item. The November mystery item were these DMC threads. So pretty. I love the variegation on those. So find something from them. I've added 2 of her hand-dyed threads to my monthly club, so November's was double denim. And the threads correspond to the hand-dyed fabric each month, so the fabric is also double denim. I don't know how she gets these back in, or she gets them in the bag where they're so neat. I just have to shove them in. And then double denim. I get both 18 count and 32 count fabric. There has been a shortage of 32 count Murano, so I am still waiting on that, but she sent me my 18 count, which is that one. I love it. Is grey a neutral? I don't know. I never know if grey is a neutral, but if it is, I love it. Again, don't know what I'm going to stitch on that, but I'm looking forward to seeing it in the even weave. So, that is that. I get, both of them are 18 by 26 that I get. So, that is that. In one of the groups, there was a Christmas Day exchange that I participated in. So you get matched with somebody and then you gift each other. There was a 24-day Advent, there was a 12-day, or there was a Christmas Day. I only signed up for the Christmas Day. My partner is quite local to me. We were going to meet up and exchange, but with everything going on we thought it would be safe, and when things start opening up again, we've agreed that we'll meet up. So yes, but she got me some sweets. Obviously they did not last. She got me a lovely card. She got me this Dimensions Gold Collection tiger. It's called Beguiling Tiger. I did not notice that. And then Nat messaged me a couple of weeks into January and said, oh my god, look, it's called Beguiling Tiger. Unaware that I had got this for Christmas. And I was just like, wait, I got that for Christmas. And she's like, I gotta get it because it's beguiling. So I think we're gonna sell this together because Beguiling Tiger. I can't remember if I've told you. I'm sure I've told you before about our beguiling thing. There's a movie on Netflix called Isn't This Romantic? It's got Rebel Wilson in it. She basically gets knocked out and wakes up in a romantic comedy. And the bloke that she's interested in keeps saying, you're so beguiling, and we just found that hilarious. So now this is a thing going on. And yeah, Beguiling Tiger. She also, my exchange partner also got me this needle minder in the shape of a horse, and I love it. It is from, oh, Just So Heavenly. It's a plastic. Decent. Oh, it's double-sided. Didn't realise that. So, I am looking forward, because I've not used this yet, because I've been waiting to show you. To use that, I'm quite excited. So, last few bits, I swear. I got some fabric. So I got some pale blue even weave. It originally said 28 and I panicked because I was like, I don't do 28, I do 32. I then got my tape measure out and it is 32, you should just put a wrong label on it. Which is fine. So just some blue, pale blue, even weave. I got the even weave and then I also got some light blue pale 16 count Ada. This is what I got to stitch the rest of the Christmas cards on. I haven't decided whether or not I want to cut them up individually, so I have the squares pre-cut, or if I just stitch them all on one big square and do that, because I'm not turning them into cards, I'm going to turn them into ornaments. I've decided I want to do it on the 16 count Ada rather than the even weave, so they will just get put away. Then I've also brought some 20 count charcoal Ada, and this is to rule them all. I've decided to go a bit smaller. I was going to do it on 18 count, but I thought no. I then worked it out, and if I do it on 20 count, it will fit quite nicely in a round 12-inch hoop. So I found some 20 count Ada. This is from Florashell. You can't see. There we go. Florashell. I got this on eBay, but she does have her own website. I would advise going to her website rather than eBay because it is slightly cheaper through her website. Free shipping to the UK. So, some black. There. Then my last piece of haul is this. I saw it and went, yeah, no, I gotta have that. Got to have that. This is a floss buddy from Bags Plus. So that's one side, and then that's the other. When I first saw this, I was just like, no, that's well creepy. That's really creepy. That's creepy. That's creepy. But I kept getting drawn back to it. And what ultimately, that's just creepy. I know it's supposed to be cute and all that. And I was just like, okay. But what ultimately drew me and went, yeah, no, I gotta get this, is the bear. Just look at how cute that bear is. And the hedgehog's so cute. But it's the bear. It's just the bear, so cute. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 45 floss buddy. I don't know if I showed you my other one that I got. I think that was in the December one that I recorded that wouldn't upload. But I do like Bags Plus, I really do. They're well made and all that. And this is a vinyl. And then you got the bobbins at the back. I'm pretty sure you haven't seen the other one. I keep it in this. This is a bag, because I showed you this in the December. And obviously that didn't get that. So this is a bag from Bear with, please. Yeah, there we go. This is a bag from Tracy Ann Designs. And skulls. I love skulls. Obsessed with pirates and all that. It's a little bit thin. I do like a thicker, sturdier bag. And the zip goes the wrong way. I'm so picky. I prefer a zip to open this way. I don't know why, but this one opens this way. And it's just like, oh, there we go. So, in this project bag is my almost fully kitted up project for the Cross Stitch Studio Mystery Sale. Page 3 got released on the 1st of March and I've still not even started it. So this is the other thing that I got from Bags Plus last year. So, right, and it goes up. And it goes up. And then inside you've got obviously the bobbin holders, and then at the bottom you've got a zip that can hold like your needles, your bobbins. These are the spare bobbins because I haven't finished bobbinating the fabric. No, not the threads. So I've shown you this one before. I've had this for a while. Some of them are bobbinated, some of them are not. So I'm still partway through bobbinating those. And when they get bobbinated, they get put in there. So I have the fabric, I have the majority of the threads, so I could make a start on that. But it's a full coverage, it's going on for a long time, and I've just gone, I really need to get Dominic done, so I haven't stitched on this yet. So, I've waffled on for over an hour now on my stitching. So I'm going to cut it there. I will put a video in of me showing off some of my shoes. So if you're interested in that, please stick around for that. I just want to say thank you ever so much for watching. If you've got this far, then thank you. Oh, that was another thing. I have reached over 200 subscribers, so thank you so much for watching, for subscribing and all that. In my next video, I will be doing a giveaway to say thank you for the subscribers, and everyone that watches. So thank you very much for spending a little bit of time with me. I hope you are all staying safe and well, and I've decided I've changed my ending because I couldn't remember the last one. And if you've watched me before, you know that I am obsessed with the WWE superstar Edge. And what he does when he comes out to his music, he does the rock on. Rock on. So, I'm obsessed with him, so I'm going to copy him. But I'm not going to go rock on, I'm going to go stitch on. So, stitch on, my fellow stitchers. I hope you have a pleasant stitchy week and get loads of stitching in. Bye guys. So here we have the top shelf of my shoes. These are generally like the boots. We'll pull them out so you can have a better look. So these ones are one of my favourites. They are called Dream Come True. They're part of a special release. They do have the unicorn heel. Looks like a castle. They are pink and sparkly, and I don't normally go for pink and sparkly, but I love them. I tried them on as a goof in the shop in Brighton, and I just fell in love. They are a little bit dirty because I do wear my shoes, so it is the same on the other shoe, so I won't show you that one. You can see the unicorn. Yes, there is a small mark on his nose where I've worn him. Next, we have the Meows. There we go, they've got a cat. These are a range that they bring out. It's one of the ranges that they have constantly, and they just change like the design of them. So sequins. So I do put sole protectors on my shoes to protect the soles. Most of them do need to be replaced. Next we have my Star Wars shoes. Darth Vader. These are my wedding shoes. These have not been sole protected because I have not worn them yet. So go. So yes, these are called Dark Emperor. And as you can see, Vader. They are extremely platform high. And these is what I will be getting married in next year. Got Han, Darth Vader on the bottom. Try and get back in now. There we go. Next are my most recent purchase. These are called Tutti Booty. I got these either just before Christmas or just after Christmas. I saw these in October when we went there, down to Brighton, and I didn't get them, but I've been looking at them ever since, and I went, yeah, no, I'm gonna get them. So with my December bonus, I brought these in the sale. They're so comfy. Nice little buckle. And it's got the cat with the moon on the bottom. And then the last pair on the top shelf are my Baroness. These I got in Brighton when me and my friend Gemma went down there. I think I got these at the same time I got my dream come true. And these are my work ones. So these are the ones I wear mostly when I go into the office. Pretty flowers and sparkly. You'll see this sole a lot because that's just the general range sole. So I like the heel because it's quite a funky looking heel on this one. So that is my Baroness. So that is the top shelf of my shoes. Let's do the second shelf. So the second shelf are my character heels. You can see there's Minnie Mouse, it's got Wings, Bambi, and my skeletons. So Minnie Mouse, this one is called Oh My. These ones I don't like, in all honesty. They're not the ones that I wanted. The ones that I wanted, when they arrived, one of Minnie's noses was missing and it wasn't in the box. So I had to send them back, and they said that they didn't have another pair, but they'll send us, but I can have these instead. I thought, oh, okay, yeah, fine. But when they arrived, I just did not like them. I've worn them a couple of times. I mean, I took these to Disneyland Paris when we went there a few years ago. But, yeah, I'm not a fan, really. I don't know if you can see, but Minnie Mouse's nose has been re-glued because they do have a knack of falling off. It's got Minnie on one shoe. And on the other is Mickey. So they're kissing. Let's see. These next shoes are the ones these ones are the ones that I originally wanted, but they never went on sale. So I was like, yeah, well, I'm not gonna buy them at full price, because full price was like £250. They then went on sale, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get them. So these are called Sherbet Ice Cream. And they've got the gold heel. Minnie's nose, yes, has been re-glued. And we got Daisy Duck on the bottom of this one. So, yeah, these don't get worn as much as I would like. Mostly because I am terrified that I'm going to lose Minnie's nose again. And I don't have any spares. So, I guess I could always, you know, glue a bead or something on there. So, yes. These are called Icarus. Now these are the ones I wanted when they originally came out, but I decided no, they're fine, I won't get them. And I regret that decision. These I got just after we moved into the house because they came up on eBay and I was like, oh, they're my like in search of, I want them. They have wings and they have gems. They're so pretty. So yeah, these were brought second hand. All the other ones so far that I've shown you have been brought new. These were brought on eBay. They're in pretty decent condition. She said that I'd only worn them once or twice, and you can see that they are pretty good condition. I haven't worn these ones yet, mostly because obviously we moved into the house in lockdown and we haven't been out. So they will get their outing sooner or later when we can go out. So my next shoes are my Bambis. I love these. Fell in love with them when they came out. Again, didn't buy them when I first came out because they were that expensive. They then went up on the Disney store. And then they went on sale. So I was like, yes, I'll get them. As you can see, the name has been rubbed off at the top because I have worn them. I wore these to the Slimming World Ball a few years ago. Yeah, got Bambi. And the heels. So, these are called Prince of the Forest. My little Bambi. I love Bambi. Then the last pair on this shelf are called Funny Bones. They are my Halloween shoes, as you can see from the skeleton. Yes, he does move. There. And also jingle. As you can see there, it's got a skeleton hand at the back, and when you walk, they do jingle. Flowers everywhere, and there's the hand. People have said that the hands do come loose and they do fall off. Thankfully, I haven't had that yet, but I am going to get Daryl to just glue the links together so that they don't come out. My funny bones. I can't wear these for too long because the rattling does get on my nerves a little bit. So, but I have a skull dress that I need to slim down to fit into. So I do need these will be perfect for that. Right, shelf number 3. So these ones are called Fancy This. I got them for my birthday from my sister. I chose them because they're green and I love green. Sparkly, and they are so comfortable. They are so comfortable. These again are a standard shoe and they come out in loads of different colours. The next ones are Nat's ornament that she made me for Christmas. So my next ones, these are banjos, and these I brought specifically for the fact that Nat and I do the stalls to raise money for Meningitis Now, and Meningitis Now's colour is the bright orange, so these are perfect for those. These were brought secondhand on eBay, but they were brand new in box, so. Next are, these are again a standard shoe that they bring out loads of different colours with. These are called Nick of Time, and these are just white floral. I got these when I got the next pair that I'm going to show you when I first went to Brighton, my first trip to Brighton with my friend Gemma. My next pair, these are, people call them my Dorothy shoes, I call them my Christmas shoes because they are red and sparkly and they've got a flower which has been squished. Oh, there we go. Go. These are really comfy because they have the strap. I have very narrow feet, so not often can wear shoes like those without a strap. These are called Sweet Melody, and they are my Dorothy shoes, or my Christmas shoes. And last pair on this shelf I brought from my friend Gemma. These are called Flaming Dunes, and they're just a plain black sparkly shoe. This is probably one of my oldest pairs, as you can see that it has worn. Then my last pair, shelf. So we have, these are called Abigails. I got these in a charity shop last year. They are a size 6, so they are slightly too big for me. But when I wear a thick sock, they're not too bad. they weren't sole protected by the previous owner, so I'm not going to protect them now. The soles are ruined. Then we've got these, as you can see they're not in the nicest condition. These are called ascots. I got these from Amazon when they were down to about £40. They're just white sparkly. The original plan was to have these as like a backup wedding shoe, but now I don't like them very much, so they don't get worn often. There is a shoe at the back because I ran out of space. These are called the Union Jack Patsy. So you can see there's a Union Jack at the front. These I got given by a lovely lady at Slimming World quite a few years ago. They are very, very nice and quite comfy. I can only wear these in the summer when my feet are swollen because my feet do come out a little bit. These ones I don't know the name of. I do have the original box, but it is up in the loft, so I don't know what the name of these shoes are. But these were a trade. I had some shoes that I really couldn't get on with. They were pinching my toe so much. It was really, really hurting. So I gave them to my friend Gemma, but she had this pair that she couldn't fit in. They were uncomfy for her, so we decided to just swap. These are a size 6, but they were a very small size 6. So they fit quite well. Where they've got these at the side, my feet don't fall out. Good. My next pair is another pair of ascots, the only pair that I have double of. So I brought the white pair first. I then saw these and went, yeah, no, I prefer these ones better. And these are the most comfortable pair of shoes of a regular choice I think I own. I love them so much. If I come in here and I have to pull a pair, these are the ones I always go for. Yeah, as you can see, they're well worn. I love the bow at the front. They're embroidered. Then my last and final pair. These are called Courtesans. I found these again in a charity shop. They are a size 6, but where they have the strap over the top, they're not too bad and they stay on. Again, soles haven't been protected, so I'm not protecting them now. And those are my shoes. I hope you enjoyed, and whenever I get a new pair, I will be sure to show you. Thanks for watching.